Alright, so first of all, my shirt today is a skeleton drinking the last drop of, I'm going to call it coffee. I think it's supposed to be coffee. So anyway, today's topic is going to be the ignorance of educated people and the power of propaganda. The reason I'm telling this story today is because there's a lot of people in this world who have a high level of education. They might have a degree, they might have a master's degree, they might have a doctorate or PhD, and they expect everyone to respect everything they have to say because they're educated. Doesn't necessarily mean they know anything, and those people are definitely not impervious to propaganda. I guess you could say the medium or the canvas for which I would like to tell this story comes from my time when I was in Iraq. Not just the time when I was in Iraq, but it's my first interpreter that I had when I was in Iraq, who was an electrical engineer by training and education. He was an Iraqi-born citizen who traveled abroad. I believe he was educated in England. That's where he got his, I think you have to get a master's in engineering to be an electrical engineer. Not quite sure, but he was a very smart guy. Spoke good English, spoke Arabic, knew his way of the land. So the reason I'm telling the story of this man today, I want to tell you about going on foot patrols with my Iraqi interpreter. I don't remember his name. It was a long time ago. It was 18 years ago, to be honest. So anyhow, I'd been in Iraq for a couple of weeks maybe. I had been sent to this Iraqi police station because I was military police in the army, and we were told, this is an Iraqi police station, you go teach the Iraqi police how to be police, take them on patrols and do that kind of thing. So we'd been in country doing that for some period of time. Every day, every couple hours, I would send out a patrol. We would divide up our guys, have a certain number of American soldiers go out with a certain number of Iraqi police. The ratio was kind of embarrassing. It would be something like 10 to 15 US personnel to 2 or 3 Iraqi personnel on a patrol. The interpreters would go on every patrol. So on one of these patrols, after my interpreter had gotten to know me a little bit, because we went on a lot of walks together, he curiously, he asked me if he could use my sunglasses. I thought it was strange that he never wears sunglasses. I was not quite as accustomed to the Iraq sun as he was, but anyway, I thought he'd be a nice guy. Took off my sunglasses, handed them to him. He's got my sunglasses on, you know, and he's like looking. He's looking at all these rooftops, looking around. Then he takes them off, and he's got this kind of like really disappointed look on his face. Hands them back to me. And I kind of jokingly, I was like, what, my sunglasses aren't good enough for you? I think they were like $10 gas station sunglasses, because I don't like to buy good sunglasses. But anyway, he was like, no, your sunglasses are fine. It's just, they're not what I thought they were. I asked him, well, what the heck did you think they were going to be? Their job is to keep the sun out of your eyes so that you can see. And he went on to tell me that before the war, before the Americans invaded his country, the Iraqi television channels, or I don't know how it all worked at that time, they were running these propaganda ads saying that the Americans had all this crazy technology. They basically made it sound like we were aliens invading. And the Iraqis were all told to keep their women inside and put them behind metal barriers, because the American soldiers had X-ray glasses that we could see through walls, and we specifically wore those glasses so that we could see under women's clothing, because we really wanted to see what naked Iraqi women look like. This guy, so when he put on my glasses, he thought that when I was walking and I'm scanning and I'm looking up at rooftops and all that, he thought I was actually scanning with my x-ray glasses, looking for bad guys inside buildings, like I was some kind of Superman or something. The reason that story is interesting, because he wasn't just some idiot off the street that never went to school, never had an education. This guy was a freaking electrical engineer, and not only was he an electrical engineer, but he was trained in a Western country. So when you have somebody of his stature that falls for such levels of propaganda, I just want you to keep in mind that there's people all over the world that are susceptible to some ridiculous propaganda, and they might try to tell you that they're really smart and that they're, because they have a certain level of education, that you need to respect them and you need to believe them. But there's a good chance that they're just falling victim to this outrageous propaganda the same way my Iraqi interpreter was. So those are my thoughts for today. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.